Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Yes, it's me, looking a little different, but it's still me. And this week I'm talking about the final step, or is it? At any rate, it's step 6, and it's all about creating a learning space or a studying space. Now, this might not be the most important because you can learn anywhere. If you are committed, remember step 1, and if you follow all of the learning skills and strategies we've talked about, and there are others, you can look at other blogs of mine or videos, and of course other people talk about study skills and strategies too. But these 6 steps that I've given you will go a long way if you follow them. And this one's all about the learning space. Now, you might just have a corner of a room. You don't need a whole room. But try to find a quiet area if you can. The quieter, the better. And this is for your serious studying. And it will help you if there's not a lot of distractions. And of course, turn off any extraneous noise that you don't need. The television off, radio off, cell phone off, anything that will disturb you, turn it off. You don't need it during your study session. Remember the scheduling. You've got a schedule. You want to follow that. So that's one thing. You also should have a solid surface like a desk or a table, especially for writing purposes, and a comfortable but firm chair that encourages you to sit up straight or relatively straight. You don't want to be lying back. You don't want to be on an easy chair. Well, you might want to be on an easy chair, but you shouldn't be because you're probably going to start falling asleep. You're probably going to be a little too relaxed, so we don't want that while you're actually studying. You just want to be comfortable but in the working mode. So that is another point. Lighting is important. You need enough light. If the light is too dim, again, you're going to start feeling sleepy and tired, especially if you've had a long day already. Of course, remember to get your proper sleep. But the light should be bright enough that you don't have to strain to see for reading or anything. Make sure that the light is right. Usually being too bright isn't an issue, but if it is too bright, that could tire you out or be difficult on the eyes as well. So you want that perfect lighting if you can possibly arrange it so that you're reading with ease or studying with ease. The other point is to have all of your bits and pieces in one area if you can. That's why it's good to set aside a space. It doesn't need to be large. A corner of a room will do, but then you can keep all of your supplies in that area. So if you have some drawers, but you can also use stackable buckets or baskets. They have those, some of them that have little drawers in them as well. Very easy and cheap to get. And you keep your paper, pencils, erasers, your math sets, tape, scissors, all of these things sort of in that area, and you're not scrambling running around the house trying to find everything. Where's the calculator? Where's my ruler? Where's this? Where's that? So that's very helpful too. And you have this sort of dedicated space, and that seems to help a lot. Just to have that dedicated space so that when you're doing serious studying, you know that's what you're doing because you're in that space. So that can be helpful, sort of psychologically helpful as well. That's just a few tips on creating a nice learning space. Of course, you can make it look pleasant for yourself and inviting so that you like being in that area or in that space. You may have a window, just make sure that it's not too distracting, or you may have certain plants or pictures you can put in the area just to make it comfortable for yourself. And that will encourage you to spend some time there, and you do need to spend time reviewing and studying and working in order to reach your top goal, and that's what we're after. So that's just a little bit about the learning space. Check out the blog. There's a little bit of information there. Might be a bit different from the video, and check out my other blogs as I mentioned in videos as well. But back to the point, is this the final step? Well, no, not really, because there isn't really a final step. For me, learning is a lifelong activity. I think everyone should try to learn something every day. It doesn't have to be academic courses or formal learning, of course, but learning is a process that can go on all of your life, and it's a very healthy thing to do. It's very good for you. So in a way, it's the last step. It's going to be the last step of this little series that I've done, but it isn't really the last step, because every time you begin to do a new course or learn something else, you can always start back at step one and review and start using these steps all over again. And of course, there are many, many other very good study skills and strategies that I have to offer you and that other people have as well. So don't forget to check those out and to use the ones that work the best for you. Give everyone a fair trial, though, before you discard it, because sometimes it takes a little while. So that's it for this week. Oh, no, it isn't that. Here's what I want you to do. I forgot. Even though this is the final step, I do still have something I want you to do. If you haven't already, if you're not already in school or doing a course, an academic course, take a course. Take an online course. There's some very good courses out there. They don't cost a lot of money. Some of them are even free. And practice all of the steps we've talked about, all 6 steps that we've talked about, and see how far you can go. And you might find a new hobby, a new interest, maybe even a new job, who knows. So that's your next step. I want you to keep learning. I always say that anyway, but that's what I want you to do. I want you to keep learning and keep having fun while you learn. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. Check out the blogs and leave some comments there too. There's also the quotations that I do every week, and I make comments on them, so you can practice your English that way too if you're one of my English students. It's Ron from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.